What's going on, guys? We are back once again, and we are going to be doing a review on Orion and the Dark. So this is a brand new DreamWorks movie. This is pretty much same ones that did, Puss in Boots and Shrek and among many others. Now, I like DreamWorks. They do relatively a good job. Now, this movie was a little different. So the entirety of this movie is based around the character Orion, who is pretty much scared of everything. And what happens is his parents are trying to put him to bed, and he has like a whole booklet of different ways that he's scared either he's going to die or what's going to happen. But at the same time, he has a crush on this one girl in his school that he's trying to muster up the courage to talk to or even ask out. And when you look at it, it looks like that the girl likes him as well. But one night when he's trying to go to sleep, he meets the Dark, the actual entity. Now the is between Dark and among all these other entities that have their jobs at night, between insomnia to sweet dreams to strange sounds and actual sleep. And then you have Dark. Now what's really crazy is you also have the Sun, who they have this constant of trying to stay out of each other's way because one's going to get burned by the other. So what the Dark does is he tries to show Orion the good of the night. Basically, there's nothing to be scared of, and it takes Orion a little bit to understand there is nothing to be scared of. But at the same time, there is issues in this film. I will say that there's some type of a pacing issue, because it seems like there's like 2 or 3 times the movie kind of side rails, where you see young Orion and then you see adult Orion with his daughter explaining the story of him and Dark. Now, what's really crazy is there's another part in the movie where it looks like you have Orion's daughter talking to his grandson. And then you see older Orion when he's an old man. Now, again, a lot of this, it was kind of funny, but at the same time, I think if they just stayed straight to just an original story, it would have made a lot more sense rather than trying to derail it and kind of go in another direction, because I think that's where the movie really kind of killed off, because I have seen a lot of mixed reviews on this film. Now, me personally, I did enjoy this film to a certain degree. I think the CGI and the animation was done relatively well. I wouldn't say is the best DreamWorks movie I would say I've seen. I've seen some good DreamWorks movies. I think this kind of fell underneath that, like let's say How to Train Your Dragon or Shrek or Puss in Boots, because again, it did kind of fall off a little bit. I'm not saying this is a bad movie. It's a decent movie. It kind of ranges in the middle, because there's things about it I did like. I like the fact that there are different night entities where they kind of made you see of what goes into sleeping, what goes into staying awake, what goes into worrying about the strange sounds, and also about the dark and everything of that nature. Because when you're a kid, you're pretty much always scared about the dark, and that is, the dark, why he does not like being in the dark, because everyone blames him because of him being in the dark, and everyone's scared of something in the dark, whether it be monsters or the sounds or weird dreams or things of that nature. And that's pretty much what he's trying to show Orion, that hey, look, I'm a good person once you get to know me. And then once he starts realizing that, that's when he starts mustering up the courage to actually experience different things, like putting his head in the water, going in the dark alone, or fighting off. And it's pretty much, I would say, a coming of age story for a young man, especially in middle school, I guess you say at this point, that's trying to leave the kid part of him behind and start walking into the young manhood. And that's pretty much what this story is about. And you have just these entities that are trying to help him along the way, which I think is cool. But at the same time, I still feel like this movie kind of went 3 to 4 different directions, and it was really confusing, because it seems like Orion's daughter was trying to help him create the story, when at the same time it's his story, so you would think he would know how the story would end, and it just didn't make sense. So overall, I think the movie's okay. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's terrible, but it's kind of in the middle for me personally. But would I watch it again? I would try to watch it again just to see if I could enjoy it a little bit more. Again, that's just my full review on it. But what do you guys think of Orion in the Dark? Is it a good movie? Is it a bad movie? Is it okay? Is it something that you would consider watching again? Let me know down in the comments down below if you guys are new to the channel. Always consider about subscribing, leave a big fat like on the video if you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you as always on the next one.